Hello, this is Lucas, and today I'm going to be taking a look at how to apply dry rub faction logos to Transformers. Dry rub logos are available from a lot of different places for putting on Transformer figures, whether it's third-party figures, customs, restorations. I do sell faction logos, both dry rub and water slide, through the Lukas decal store. And I do sometimes get people asking me how to use them. They are simple to use, simpler than water slides, and I've done a video guide for water slides as well. I'll put a link in the video description. But there's some misunderstandings, and some people new to the hobby don't know how to use them, so I thought I'd do a quick guide today showing you what's what. Before you start, first thing you need to do is select which logo is appropriate for your figure. Today we're going to be badging up Newage Toys Gorgo G2 Dinobot Slag. So I have some G2 logos. A good first step is to do a quick image search to find a reference so you can see where the logos go on the figure. What I tend to do is do a search for the character name G1 cartoon usually, which works for most Transformers. Not so much for this guy because it wasn't in the cartoon, but I did do an image search for G2 Dinobot Slag cartoon. And I found an image which I'll put up here, which is actually from an artist on DeviantArt. I'll credit them in the video description as well. But it's basically the G1 cartoon image of Slag, but in G2 colours, and you can see quite clearly on that where the logos should go. And of course you could look at the G1 cartoon version of Slag and just put the logos in the corresponding place. You then need to select which logo on the sheet is best sized for the figure, and I'm going to be putting the logo on his head here. And I think one of these from down here, this row, would be a good size for that. You want to get yourself some scissors or perhaps a craft knife, and you might want to use a tool to help you position the logo in place on the figure. So, as I said, I'm probably going to go for one of these, the third one up. I think this one would look too big on the head. When you cut these out, this is one of the things that people ask me, are they pre-cut? Do you have to cut around the shape of them? No, you just cut a rough square around them because of the way they're made. These dry rub logos, there's basically 3 layers going on here. There's the backing paper, there's a protective top sheet, which when you lift it up, the logos will come away with that, but it's not a transparent layer that includes the logo. This is sort of sandwiched between the clear layer and the backing layer, although they lift away with this. When you then press it down onto the figure, I'll show you in a minute, you peel the clear layer off, and that's another misunderstanding. Some people just cut them out and stick them on and don't realise that you peel away at the top layer. So, as I said, you can cut it out quite roughly. Here's one I've cut out from another sheet. And just do a square around it. You don't have to be careful, as long as the square that you've cut leaves you enough room to be able to put it in place on the figure. And we'll do that next. So when you come to put the logo on the figure, you peel the top layer, clear layer, away from the backing. Let's get rid of that. As I said, you can use a tool if you wish to help you position it. And try and position it straight on the figure. And central. And then you just press down and you can use your nail to sort of rub it down and press really quite hard. You could even use a spudger to help press it into place, and you don't have to worry about damaging the decal at this point because, as I say, it's got a protective clear layer over it. Now that is in place. The next step is to peel away the top layer. So you can see that coming away there. And there, that's the protective layer. And what you're left with is the logo on the figure. And that's it, done. You can sort of wiggle them around, move them around. They don't set hard, fix hard when you're sort of first putting it into place. If you do make an error and you need to remove it, you can just scrape them off with a fingernail or perhaps a tool like this. Just be careful not to damage the figure, but as long as you're using soft plastic or a fingernail, you shouldn't damage the figure at all. So there you go. That's a dry rub faction logo applied to Gorgo. And that's how you do that. Once again, if you do need any faction logos, do check out Robo Lukas Decal Store. We've got lots of designs, over 40 types of dry rub, about a dozen different types of water slide decals. And I hope you found this video useful. Thank you.